Man, it just looks like I could never get a break. You can see what that check engine light is now. So yeah, TC got a fancy new haircut. Noms, you gonna show off your fancy haircut? Are you? You got your summer shave? And you did? Look at you. Yeah. I know. Oh, let's find out what that engine code is. Alright, I guess supporting this thing again. There we go. Alright, let this thing boot up. Might as well do a deep scan. See what we come up with. 4 in the PCM. What is going on? Let's find out what those ones are. Evap leak, speed control switch. Let's see what the ABS is for. Good thing I stopped for fuel because I see my track bar bolt is coming out. Doms, are you eyeing up my bacon? What are you doing? No way, kitties don't like bacon and eggs. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? You just gonna lay on your kitty blanket and bake for some scraps? Are you? You gonna lay on your needle blanket and bake for some scraps? Is that what you're gonna do? Kitties don't like bacon. No. What's going on, buds? Just a chilling in your cage? Enjoying the fresh air? All right, I'm gonna tackle this quick project, and I need to bring the car in to desperately fix something. And I picked up a wireless backup camera kit. We're gonna see how well this works. And I also picked up a dual cigarette lighter output. I've been thinking about adding a backup camera for a while since I bought this Jeep for a couple reasons. With this big massive tire carrier on the back, the back window is pretty much useless. So when I'm backing up, of course you're supposed to use your mirrors. I can only really judge from the back of here, not exactly how close the tire is or this stuff is hanging out. So I think a couple videos ago, I tried to install into the Alpine stereo system, but that didn't work out either. So I picked up this auto-vox one off Amazon. Good thing with Amazon, try it out for a month. If you don't like it, send it back. So let's have a look at this thing and see how easy it's going to be to install. So I'm going to open this up. Comes with your camera mount, which is built in here, which just attaches to your original setup of your mirror, which is good because my mirror is useless. Move this thing here. We got all of our attachments, which this is the camera, cigarette lighter. This is the wireless part, which in the antenna, which seems to take up a lot of space. So this is the setup right here. Hopefully it shouldn't take too much effort. Now, this camera. Now typically the camera is supposed to go there, but I can't because I got the Poison Spider light, which has a third brake light and license plate light, which I need. So it's actually gonna be mounted down below here. Over to this side. All right. Take the license plate wire, feed it up underneath the plate. So now I'm gonna get ready, feed inside of there. So I got plugged in, turn the ignition on. Okay, that lights up power. Push the brake, reverse. I don't see nothing. All right, time to troubleshoot what is going on. I got power to the box, the red light's on. Oh shoot, maybe it would help if I plugged the camera in. I just plugged the camera in, come back. Do I have an image? Oh yes, there we go. Hoping I won't have to take this off again. All right, now comes the fun part. Showing my weakness. Getting this 35 back up on there. Come on. There. These ones are not as heavy as what MJ has on her JL. Those bead locks are killer. Now I want to point this out. I'm going to pull this apart because ideally this is probably supposed to be a connection that won't see moisture. So what I got right here is some dielectric grease, and that dielectric grease will help me prevent any issues. I'm telling you, there's always something with this thing, and I'm not a fan of this battery connection. I think it's kind of hokey because you loosen this off and then it spreads, but then I find if I want to tighten it up, I got to get a pair of pliers in there that'll pinch on each side to tighten it around the post there, and then tighten it up, because I was having some electrical gremlins, and then I come outside, pop the hood, the battery terminal's almost ready to fall off. Shut her down. It's actually pretty good. Alright, Jeep's out on the street. I'm going to do the injector in the car because the injector's getting pretty bad. See if I can log it. So those are the 4 channels right there that I'm going to record. I wasn't able to get it to surge today for some reason, but every other time I could. But you can see the injector deviation on cylinder 1 is the one I've been having issues with. So you can see right here in the data recorded, cylinder 1 deviation. When I first started, you can see right there it was okay, but as I started driving, got up pretty high. I find that after it gets over 1, you can start bucking. So last year I picked up this brand new OEM injector, and then I picked up a lug nut, which is the same thread as the injector, so I can build something with a slide hammer, because I need to get that changed before shit hits the fan. So what I've been noticing recently is that when it starts surging, the exhaust gas temperatures will spike. The last thing I want to do is burn that cylinder up or burn that piston up, so I need to get it changed. And also there's a rust spot right there. I want to sand out and put some POR 15 on it for the time being until I get around to fix it. All right, I'm just doing a tire rotation on the car before I hit the injector because I need to do this. But if you guys own Volkswagen Jetta or know somebody that does, one of the maintenance that you should do every year is the parking brake cable there. You want to spray that down with brake cleaner, clean that every year, and take some fluid film, spray it down in there for lubricant, spray the pin, and then, like I said, never use anti-seize on your rims, but just spray some fluid film on the surface, and that will prevent them from sticking. Tires are rotated, retorqued down. I also tossed out those little plastic caps that cover the lugs for vanity. Now, I just got the cover off for the injector. Now, in case if you're ever wondering what injector is which on the engine or motor, cylinder number 1 has the identification number of CAKEE5H, which should be this one right here. As maybe you can see, that is the one. That is going to be the one we're going to be changing out. So this lug nut is an M14 by 1.5. That's the part number from Napa, and it threads on the injector perfectly. Now it says you're supposed to use a slide hammer, and I got that slide hammer for the blind hole bearing kit, but I might actually have to weld a washer on top unless I can get the slide hammer piece to stick in there and stay in there. So I got the slide hammer kit right there for the blind hole bearing puller, but I got this washer right there that is gonna get welded on to work with my slide hammer. Center it like that, weld her up, and tomorrow when the car's nice and cool, I'm gonna pull the injector out and recoat it. This 3M coating is really starting to peel, making it look like butt. I need to get the headlights, get all that peeled off, maybe new stuff put on. That windshield just cracked really bad. I need to get the seat fixed. I just gettily kind of sewed up the side right there really cheaply. It was ripped right open, but I need to get fixed properly. But it's a Band-Aid solution to help stop the foam from coming out. Had a leather needle and thread right there. But these cars are showing up in the junkyard now, so it might be easier just to pull out a seat than it would be to cost someone to reupholstery it. Who knows? Go 14 gauge. Clamp off the table should work. Theoretically, it is cheap stainless. Should conduct electricity. Let's find out. Moms, did you see any gills? Was there any gills in your kennel today? Any mice to destroy? Any birds to eat? Or was it pretty uneventful? What was it? What was it? Doms? Do you sense a kill? Do you? What do you smell? Do you smell death? Do you? So I'm just gonna spray those down with WD-40 right now. All right, so at the injection line, I'm just gonna feed off to the side there. No. All right, so this electrical connection, I want to pull it back like that. You hear it pop, and then slides right off. So this is where it's gonna get real dicey because that exposes the inside of the motor. Right down there, you can see the camshaft. So if you drop that nut in there, well, ain't gonna be a good day. So this is where it's gonna get really dicey. And I got butterfingers, so I packed around there so it doesn't fall into the engine, the nuts. But yeah, we're about to find out. Very carefully run this out. So this is where, after adding on that special tool I'm going to use for the injector puller. Alright. I should. Perfect. Put this light away, and then pull. All right, this is where one part I screwed up, and I was having trouble trying to get the injector down, so I'm going to point this out so it helps you guys out. This bracket, I didn't see it before. Kind of needs to be in a certain position, otherwise you're not going to be able to get the injector down. Then you're going to have to wiggle it to get it down in the hole. But now I got it down enough that I can tighten up those, put those nuts back on, and then tighten down the injector. All right, so I'm going to go set the selected cylinders. Cylinder 1, it's going to ask me. So now I'm going to look, I'm going to type in 7H M4 1G. Done. Hit OK. Oh, it says we're refusing to write that. I might have to get VAGCOM, unless I gotta type it in capital letters. We're gonna find out. 7H 8 M 41G. Done. See what happens. Switch off the ignition. Okay. Please wait. Has been stored. Ignition can be switched back on. Switch it back on. Gonna verify here. Make sure that it has been written and it looks like it. Double check 7H8 M4 1G. Okay, perfect. We can escape. We're done with this. We do this. All right, time to shut her down. I got some Bow Valley Lager. This was cheap beer. There's nothing good on sale. When I went to the liquor store, just this Bow Valley Lager, regular price, $19.99. So I picked her up, brewed right here in Calgary, Alberta. Cheap beer, great for camping. Motherfucking beer time, everybody. Oh, it tastes good. Finally got around changing out that injector. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. See if I notice anything different or not. But then it's time to get back to work in the Jeep. I need to get the air compressor installed. I need to get the air lines hooked up. I need to get the aux beam switch panel, and then I can start focusing back on the TJ after that, because then I got just little projects here and there. Hopefully going on another road trip tomorrow, put on another 100 and some kilometers, and that should be enough for the gear break-in. I can change the differential oil, do an inspection. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and motherfucking beer time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Shut her down. Shut her down.